Really good fade in, don't you think?
Welcome back to Penis Talk.
No, this isn't penis talk.
Oh, sorry. That's one of my other 16 podcasts that I do by myself.
That's your cancelled show.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's been banned off YouTube and Spotify, but it's still on SoundCloud. Deep Cuts. Kia ora, everyone, and welcome back into a Nexus original podcast called Mates and Takes. You're here with me, Oliver, and my good friend and brother, Liam.
Yeah, disclaimer, we're not mates at all. This is my brother. I have to be here. Otherwise, my mum will get angry at me. But yeah, it is called Mates and Takes.
Well, yeah, for the sake of the name, could you just like pretend, I guess?
Yeah, all right, yeah, okay. Starting from now.
I think probably we should open with an apology. We've kind of had a unexpected and prolonged hiatus from the show, about 13 months. Liam kind of just forgot how to talk for that whole time.
Actually, I've been taking time off. I've been grinding.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Sigma male trillionaire grind set. Been waking up every day, 5 a.m., dipping my testicles in ice water, practicing being angry.
And what's like the fruit of your labor? What have you got to show for it?
I think you're supposed to just get rich somehow doing that.
Yeah, right. So has it happened?
No, but trust the grind, bro. Trust the process, you know?
Well, given your new lifestyle, I'm really glad you could take time for the show.
Yeah, no, it's all good. No worries. I actually love you, so I'll do anything for you, bro.
Thanks, man. Also, we need to apologize. If you're familiar with the show, you'll realize that we're 1/3 of our hosts down and 9/10 of our spastic energy. Cam unfortunately couldn't be here. He's on holiday
in Queenstown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, he sent us a postcard. Liam, have you got it with you?
Yeah, I do actually have the postcard. For the folks at home, Cam's been lovely enough to send us a postcard of him in Queenstown.
We'll probably superimpose that somehow. We've got a huge production team behind us. I would say maybe not the best outfit for the conditions.
Yeah, not really appropriate, weather appropriate. No,
I'm just worried about his health. That's like he's showing nip on the mountain.
He does look good though.
He looks real good.
He looks good.
He's down like 8 kgs from Christmas, so
yeah,
that checks.
So what is this about? What do we do here? How does this work?
Well, the show's called Mates and Takes, despite us not being actually mates. And the whole thing is we give our takes on different topics. So each episode, we come up with something to essentially have an argument about. We try and do like the top all-time rankings for different things. So last season we did food.
Yep, there was mention of a shower orange at some point, I believe.
Roll the tape. We did drugs.
We did first dates.
TV shows.
Sports team logos.
Basically, if you're not familiar, I'd recommend maybe taking a trip down memory lane. All our episodes are still out there from season 1. And you'll kind of figure it out pretty quickly. Or just stick with us because we're going to do our little format for today's show.
Yeah.
But before we jump in, I've got a few questions for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Liam, done.
Yep.
And it's really just to warm us up, get us back in the podcast mood. But does John Jones fight again this year?
This year? Probably, yeah. I'd say, yeah, he probably fights Stipe sometime late this year.
And how do you see it going?
I see it being a lot more competitive than his fight that he just had. I'd probably say it comes down to similar situations. They're probably going to try and wrestle each other. Stipe's been through a lot of wars, so he can't I mean, he might try, but I don't think he's going to try and strike with John Jones. So it's going to be a wrestling match again, and I think John Jones is going to win.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying with that his fight against Cyril Gane. It's like we didn't really learn anything about John Jones at heavyweight.
He just instantly won.
He just absorbed a kick in the nuts and then went, "Let me get my first submission since 2012."
Yeah,
it looked way too easy.
Yeah,
but I think Cyril Gane fucked up real bad anyway. It was as much like him doing shit as it was John Jones looking great.
It's he's just unfortunately he fell victim to the UFC media machine just being we need opponents. We need a good fight for John Jones to fight at heavyweight. And this guy's going to give him a mean fight.
Yeah, because apparently he wasn't even maybe the best dude he could have fought.
He's had under 10 fights in the UFC. He's very new to mixed martial arts. He did Muay Thai, so he's got good striking, but he's got no grappling. What else you got for me, bro?
Sneaker you're most excited that's dropping this year?
I don't know. I like the Jordan 3 cements that just came out. I don't have my finger on the pulse so much with sneakers that are dropping, but ones I want to cop at the moment, definitely some Jordan 4 Black Cats. Those would be high on the list. Some Jordan 4 bread. The bread ones. Game bread, is it? Or just bread?
This sounds like edible.
Sorry, I forgot I was doing a podcast with a fucking idiot.
E-Jet, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe some Jordan 6 Travis Scott's.
Just the Travis Scott.
The Travis Scott's, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Who's winning the NBA this year?
The Utah Jazz?
Nope.
The Golden State Warriors?
No. I don't think so.
The Cleveland Cavaliers?
Negative.
The Vancouver Grizzlies?
Maybe.
Who's winning the NBA this year? You tell me, bro. Who's going to be top 4? Who's going to end up in the East and the West in the playoffs?
I think you'll probably see the Bucks play someone like the 76ers or the Celtics, depending on how it all shakes out. I'd expect one of those 3 teams to come out of the East. And on the West, you're probably looking at the Nuggets or Suns. Nuggets defense is a bit suspect, and the Suns on paper, their health is a real issue.
Who's the Nuggets got apart from Joker?
They have Michael Porter Jr. and they have Jamal Murray. They just have they got depth. They got
Jamal Murray just got to stay off his Instagram stories.
No comment. And last question, just to pepper you before we get into something really exciting.
Okay.
What have you been watching recently?
Just overall?
Yeah, I know you've been watching The Last of Us.
Yeah, so Last of Us just finished. Great show. Highly recommend. I've been getting back into a little bit of anime. Been watching My Hero Academia. Season 4 and 5. I just watched season 4. I'm making my way through season 5 at the moment.
Are you back on Crunchyroll? Are you doing illegal streams? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm on the illegal streams.
I was going to hit you up.
I can't pay $14.95.
Yeah, I thought potentially I could steal your login, but...
There's too much stuff you gotta have these days. You gotta have Netflix, you gotta have Disney Plus, you gotta have Neon, you have all the stuff these days. I can't pay for it all.
You know what I was thinking about recently is getting back into buying DVDs.
Yeah, you've said this to me before.
Especially for anime. I think that would be you collect a season of your favorite show.
I feel like
that one makes more sense to me.
I guess so. Don't DVDs break down over time though?
It depends how much you're scratching them, how badly you're handling them, I guess.
And when that happens, you just get a bit of toothpaste.
Yeah.
And you just rub it around the cracks, and that's how you fix that shit.
I swear you'd do anything to make a PlayStation game work back in the day. Yeah. Just all these methods.
Praying.
Yeah. doing these like weird rituals, praying to some kind of god.
What have you been watching?
I got really into like a Korean dating show called Singles Inferno, which is just like really good. It's shades of like Love Island, but with incredibly like polite and respectful Korean people who like will never kiss on camera or anything like that. They just hold hands, and the biggest drama comes because like they all decide who they're in love with on the first day, and they don't change for the whole season, and so they just get their hearts broken because, you know, it never works out perfectly.
Korea's been putting out some like bangers recently. Like they came out with Squid Game, Physical 100. Everyone's been watching that. This dating show you're saying, and then obviously like K-pop, massive.
It kind of feels like Korea's overtaking Japan in terms of just, I don't know, my attention, entertainment.
Yeah.
Technology. I mean, I don't know. That's just a guess. Yeah, and what am I watching now? Oh, Welcome to Wrexham, which is a really, really good sports documentary on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds buys a Welsh football team, and it's all about them doing that. And it sounds kind of stupid, and it is, but it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we just jump into like a little bit of a takes format for this little intro episode?
Let's do it, bro.
I mean, this is just a primer. This doesn't really... Should this count towards points, Steen? Yeah, maybe. Should we? Yeah, sure. Steen's nodding. So, Steen, actually, this is a good chance for you to jump on here. I'll unmute you because I have the power to do so. I think you've been unmuted this whole time.
You have all the power over there.
Steen is going to be our judge most weeks, unless we have a guest judge in studio.
You're pointing towards Jordan over there?
I'm looking at the camera, but yeah, Steen, absolutely. Do you maybe want to give us a little brief as to how you're going to be judging?
So this season, after many seasons or season of judging, and the many
controversial
formats,
judging as well.
Very controversial. But you know what? That's got to get the viewers to take their input and give it to me. But I just never get any emails anymore. I've been waiting, been steering. But this season we're doing an overall winner, and it's going to be judged on all three of your takes. No scoring between 1 to 3. However, the winner will be recorded each season, so we'll have a little leaderboard of who's won what.
Brilliant. Simplified. It's just going off vibes, really. We don't want to get bogged down in the detail this season, do we?
Energy.
I'm accepting bribes still, just to be clear.
Cool.
Yep.
It's good to know.
It's out in the open.
What shoe size are you, Liam? Might get you some Travis Scott 6s. 12. God damn. What the fuck? Could fit 2 of my feet in those fucking things. All right. Topic for today.
Farts.
Best farts of all time.
Top 3 farts.
Look, we didn't really discuss in depth any kind of criteria. So with that being said, I suppose we could just jump in and explain. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So my number 3 is, we all remember the...
Hang on, can I, before you start, do you reckon we're going to have any of the same ones?
Potentially.
I'm excited. Okay, yeah, go for it.
So we all know the King of Iron Fist tournament. Tekken, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see where this is going.
In Tekken 3, there's a special character called Gon. He's like a little lizard kind of turtle hybrid.
Do you unlock him the same way you unlock everyone, or was he like a little bit of an Easter egg thing?
I believe you got to just beat the game and then like beat it twice or something, and you start unlocking characters. There might be some kind of extra stipulations that you got to fill out to get him, but I'm not too sure.
Favorite Tekken, while we're on the subject?
Tekken 2, because it's the one we had when we were...
Yeah, it was the first one we ever had.
Yeah, it's the first one we've had. Got a lot of good memories from that game.
It was such a grind when you were a kid.
Yeah, fighting games...
Like, it was hard.
Fighting games are hard. Like, you know, when you actually... Like, if you ever verse someone who actually knows how to play them, you just get your ass beat. Like...
Shout out to my friend Josh Lapine. He plays Tekken competitively in Berlin. Super sweaty.
Good guy, handsome guy.
Yeah, super handsome.
So Gon has a special move where he farts on his enemies.
Nice.
And I just think 1, hilarious. 2, lethal.
Yeah, weaponized farts.
3, rare. Rare character, rare move.
Is it like a green puff of like gas that comes out?
Yeah, it's like it's like what you imagine a fart kind of cloud color is, like browny green with hints of yellow in there.
I wish we could visually see farts, hey? That would be so sick.
I don't. I'm happy that they are how they are.
Did you want me to pull it up for you right now and give you a look?
Yes, please.
All right,
Yeah,
look,
sure.
I've gone ahead and we'll put it on the.
Oh,
the visual.
yo, against Kuma as well. No, bro, he just... Steen just played us a fucking clip of this Gone character getting perfect. Like, as in it just got beaten up. So, we didn't see any fart.
Hold on.
It'll be in there.
Oh, this is it. Okay. This is it. He's not even in there anymore.
No, he's not. This is terrible. Hold on.
You know what? Just don't worry about it. I can see it in my mind's eye anyway. And for the viewers, I'm sure we can throw a clip in there. No, Gone's the one with the...
it's the other
the bot?
character. He's getting fucked.
Yeah, anyway. Steen, that's strike one.
Yeah.
Jordan, you're taking over.
That's okay. I think we could put it up somewhere
Yeah,
when
you
we
guys
talk
get
about
you get the picture.
He spins round, farts.
This character farts and it does damage to another character.
Best video game fart, maybe? It would have to be up there. I'm trying to think of any other famous video game farts. Steam, maybe do some Googling on video game farts. But it's a classic. It's retro.
It's up there. It was one of the first things that popped into my mind when this category came up.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta include it.
Good first instinct fart, you know?
Yeah. What do you got?
Well, I love that you did like a weaponized fart.
Yeah.
So I'll just do a weaponized fart for number 3.
Okay.
Take your mind back to like 570 BCE, and there was this king Aprius,
Yeah, sorry, I'll easily just take my mind back to...
if you don't mind. Yeah, there was this Egyptian king called King Aprius. There was a bit of like a mutiny kind of going down. He could feel it. He was like, fuck, man. These guys are going to turn on me. So he sends his best general to go talk to the rebels and be like, yo, can you smooth this out? So he cruises down. He goes, look, guys, this is great energy, but we need you guys to chill out. And they go, you seem like a really chill guy. Why don't you be king? And he was like, that's a great idea. So a bit of time passed. The king that sent this general sends a messenger and goes, come back. And the general, rather than responding, farts and goes, send that back to the king. And it led to a war in which that general won and overthrew the king and was like king of Egypt for another like 44 years. And it all started with a fart.
I like that.
That's incredible.
We definitely got some of the same ones. I didn't pick that one in particular. But
Did you find that in your research?
yeah.
Do you have like a 12th century fart?
I got a 16th century.
Oh fuck. We might have some overlap. This is good.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, what more could you want? I mean, that's just a bro started a war with a fart, led the rebels back up there and just overthrew this king. It's amazing. I mean, it literally shaped history. So what more do you want from a fart? It has to be in the top 3.
I wonder how many lives were lost over that fart. Like, people brutally slaughtered.
I wonder if anyone's ever just fully died from a fart. Isn't there like some kind of...
Surely. Someone with a super weak immune system.
I swear there is some kind of fart out there that could kill you, whether it's from like a certain animal or like there was just some super unhealthy human that they found out his farts were actually toxic or something. If any of that's popping up, let us know. Okay, well that's pretty good. Good little top 3 of farts. What do you got for number 2?
Number 2, I got
Say it.
in the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode.
Oh gosh.
Homer gets paralyzed, and the only way he can communicate is through farting. So, I mean, just on so many different levels, like, he's like,
How many different levels?
so I mean, his survival has now become dependent on his ability to communicate effectively through flatulence. I just think that's hilarious. I just think, I mean, Simpsons, they don't really get many good ones anymore. To be fair, this episode's from 2011, so
That's like a pretty shady spot.
yeah, definitely. I mean, like,
Have they even been good in the 2000s? Maybe, I don't know.
I think so. I think the 2000s still had some good. I think it's like the first 6 seasons of The Simpsons are the real good episodes.
Yeah, they've done like a graphic where they map out all the like IMDb scores for each episode and then color grade it, and you can see like just a change from like, let's say, like green being great and then red being bad, and it just. Does he do like different pitched sounding farts for different words? How complicated can his sentences get?
No, I don't know.
Did you watch the episode and prep for this?
No, I didn't.
Oh man,
I found the episode here, but unfortunately we need sound
Yeah.
to listen to this. But he's just stuck in one position, farting. I can play the visuals, but it's not going to help much.
no, that's okay. That's okay. I'll just go home and watch it tonight.
You gotta watch you gotta do a bit of your own research on this one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you didn't. Yeah, you gotta watch it. I'm not watching it.
I can't hold your hand forever, bro.
Okay. I mean, look, I like your farts. And I didn't want to start the season off trying to be confrontational. Do we have a problem with the fact that both your farts so far just aren't even real farts?
But are they
fictional?
Real? Are they real farts? Though? I mean, like, for all we know, your Egyptian story could be a myth, bro. We don't know.
I mean, that's true. That's dating way back. We're having to take the word of these.
And honestly,
historians.
I don't want to buck back, bro. But don't come at me. You know what I mean? If you don't want to start some shit.
It's just we're talking about the most important farts of all time, and you've got
Best farts or most important farts or top 3 farts. I don't mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a product of us not really coming together with any decent stuff.
Yeah,
but hey, this is what it's all about. It's actually kind of good because Steen, it's his problem, not ours. We don't have to fucking worry about it.
What's your number 2, bro? I'm eager to hear this.
I'm guessing this might be your number 1. Roland the Farter?
No.
Monetized farts, ladies and gentlemen. I think it was 12th century. I want to look at my phone, but I also don't. I just want to go off the cuff. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I am aware of him, though.
Yeah, so court jester, which, I mean, these guys were mega celebrities back in medieval ages. He used to work for King Henry II. And the only reason they know this dude used to do this routine is because his whole bit was part of like the receipts they kept for the crown at the time. It's like, oh yeah, like make sure you pay Roland for that time he jumped up, whistled, and farted, because that was his routine. He was like a 3-part, and he would only perform once a year this routine during Christmas, and he got a house for it. King Henry was like, yo, here's a house. So the bro made a whole career out of farting.
And truly, back in the day when your jokes had to be hitting or you would die.
I mean, the bro, like, yeah, exactly.
You had to be on. Or they're like, yep, sweet, cut his head off.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like the hecklers back in the day.
Yeah.
It was just death.
Yep.
If you bombed, that was it.
Yeah.
Luckily, the bro could fart on cue.
A talent.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But you couldn't do that anymore.
No.
I say bring back the head chopping if it means that you can get paid for farts.
You remember, like, there's certain individuals we went to primary school with who could fart on cue, eh?
Yeah,
That was
fucking sick.
yeah, that was mind blowing when I was young. Like people who were like had that level of what I thought was like god tier control over their body to just.
The one I'm thinking of, he didn't have like a super subtle technique. He would
I know what you're about to say.
he would get on his knees and like bend his ass up into the sky and pull his butt cheeks apart as if he was like sucking all the air into his anus, and then he would it would be like loading a pistol, and then he'd fart, and it was
Loading
just like
an old musket.
when you're like 8 or 9, that's like, yeah, that's just peak comedy.
Truly, yeah.
What do you think of Roland? Real guy farting.
Yeah, I got a real guy for my number one, so just, you know what I mean?
Okay. Pretty good though, right?
I think so, yeah. I think that was good.
The bro just managed to get paper for his farts.
Yeah. Getting to the bread via farting.
Flatulence.
Yeah.
Professional flatulator. Don't think that's a word.
That was his A1 move, was like a fart back in the day.
Apparently he jumped, whistled, and farted. And for whatever reason, that combo crushed it.
I love that.
Should we just quickly check in with Steen before we hit our number ones and see what he's thinking so far?
So far, I'm thinking the saving your life or living by what was called his end of routine was 1 jump, 1 whistle, and 1 fart, all at the same time. Now that is impressive. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to look at Simpsons farts due to the lack of sound and ruining the podcast here. So I'm going to have to give that one. I'm only giving that one to Oliver, but I won't tell you about round 1 here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right.
No, yeah, that's good. That's good to know, actually. Isn't it if you burp, cough, and fart at the same time, you just explode?
Yeah, I've heard that.
So the bro was like literally putting his life on the line.
Did you know you can piss and not shit, but you can't shit and not piss?
I did know that.
Some people probably didn't.
Do you know a sneeze is 1/8 of an orgasm? The other day I sneezed 8 times in a row. Wow. I had to have a cold shower. What's your number one? What's your number one fart of all time?
Okay, so my number one fart of all time is... I'll just make sure I get the name right on this. And he is a real guy.
Oh, we got a real guy in the building. Liam's first non-fictional fart of the day.
Sir Henry Ludlow in 1607. Apparently dropped a fart in Parliament. First of all, I just love the idea that some old fuck just couldn't help but drop the most diabolical, like earth-shattering fart in Parliament to the point where it was just like famous. Someone wrote a 200-bar poem about this fart, the people's reactions at the time. So this guy dropped a fart that was so bad that he inspired like a diss track at the time.
They were spitting bars back then.
Bro, that was loading up clips, as it were.
Yeah, loading up parchment.
Yeah, so number one goes to my man, Sir Henry Ludlow, in Commons, shitting his pants.
So did he shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, he might as well have, I guess.
I wasn't there to check his undies, but...
So I kind of wasn't listening that whole time. Was the reception positive or negative?
Wake up, bro. Pay me the respect I fucking deserve. I'm negative, bro. What? Who the fuck is like, oh yeah, yum, a fart. What the fuck? What are you on?
Okay.
Yeah. So, what's your number one?
Okay.
Hold on, before you do that, I like that shirt. That's cool shirt.
Thanks. Thank you. You trying to rattle me? You trying to distract me?
No, never. I would never.
I'm going to pull up my notes for this one as well, just because
Yeah, you're shocked by my answer.
I want to get it right. I got to see how to pronounce this. My number one is a shart. You know, like when you fart and then you shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that I could catch a bit of grief for the fact that it's kind of like a hybrid shit fart. So it's like not all the way a fart, but it starts off as a fart, and I think that's good enough for me. I think you'd agree a shart can still be a fart.
Yeah, and also like it is a fart.
It is a fart. It just has...
Yeah.
It's just got
something else.
Yeah, it's got a punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason why I really like this, my number 3 was weaponized farts.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 was monetized farts.
Mm-hmm.
These ones are life lesson farts.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So I feel as though you know more about yourself, about your body, about your mental state after you shart. I would argue it teaches you about trust, biology, nutrition, fashion, friendship, creativity, consequences. When was the last time you sharted?
My last memorable shot was
I think I know the story.
Yeah. I was in town and I'd been mixing substances and I felt a little bit too the vibe was coming on a little strong.
Yeah, you're pretty wavy.
Yeah, I couldn't talk. So I left the club, exited the premises swiftly.
Could you only communicate through farts at this point?
I wasn't quite that gone, but I was pretty twisted.
Yeah.
And I started walking home along the river and I felt a fart. Come on. So I was kind of just like, didn't think much of it. I couldn't feel my feet on the ground though. I was preoccupied, you know what I mean? Like,
there's a lot going on.
yeah, there's a lot going on. So I pulled the trigger on it and yeah, kind of shat my pants a little bit. So I made a little detour down to the river by the casino, if anyone knows where that is in Hamilton, and
Probably avoid that spot.
took my underwear off and kind of just fling them down towards the river, wiped my ass with a leaf and went home. It was not a very comfortable walk home. It was...
I love how paranoid sharting makes you feel, because like if you shart even a little bit, all the farts for the rest of the day are like, you put the silencer on, you know? You like really gingerly farting. I think the last time I remember sharting, it was when...
It's happened a lot throughout your life as well, hasn't it?
It's no need to keep a tally. We're just talking about the last.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was when I was really, really sick. You know how sometimes you just get an awful stomach bug and you're just like the most sick you've ever been for like 24 to 48 hours and then you're sweet?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was one of those. I was puking and I was so ill that every time I'd drift off to sleep and my body relaxed, I would just instantly shit. To the point I was really sick, man.
Yeah, I know. Just the idea of you just like just getting off to bed and then just shitting your pants is like so funny to me.
Yeah, it was so bleak when it was happening because I was so tired. And I got to the point where I was like, I can't not sleep. So instead I took my pants off and slept like on a towel.
This is the funniest episode we've ever done by far again.
Yeah,
For me personally.
Yeah, because you love farts.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's funny to me. Yeah, like shitting and farting is so funny to me.
Ultimately, the reason why I have it number one is I think sharting is like putting a little bookmark on your life because you never quite forget where you were, what you were doing, how it felt, stuff like that.
Yeah. deeply sears that image into your mind's eye.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't. You just.
So just for me to get this straight, your number one is not like a fart; it's a type of fart.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's actually quite creative and changing it up. I like that.
Yeah, I wanted a little curveball.
Yeah.
And much like a shart, I wanted to surprise you.
Yeah, cool. You did that definitely.
Well, that gives you guys a little taste of how the show works. And that's an official Mates and Takes episode, by the way. So Steen, please do us the pleasure of popping in and I suppose just giving us your thoughts.
And you guys can actually access the premium episode, but there's a special. We only accept old 5-cent New Zealand coins. You have to pay with that. You can't pay with digital currency. You can't pay with any other way.
And the premium episode, the deal is that you can smell it.
Scratch cards.
I have no comment on this, but I do think this is true. Sorry. I want to start off real fast here and verify.
Whoa, slow down.
Well, hold on. No, I can't. I got to verify. Simpsons farts. They're technically real.
Explain.
Doesn't someone have to record these farts? Or are there a bunch of sounds put together?
I agree on the sound effects, but the premise of like a communication fart system is fictional.
No, I agree on that, but I just wanted to say that there are definitely real farts due to someone having to record them. My question was, are they recorded on the spot, or does someone run to the studio with a fart held in?
Is it one of those like, is it called Sound Folly? Or what is it called, Steen?
No idea.
Yeah, and they're like in the studio and they record all the sound effects for a movie. So it's like a horse running along is never like a horse running along, and like people stepping on glass is like. So maybe they have like this thing where they run some fucking thing through a watermelon and it makes the sound of a fart.
Well, this is really torn up.
Well, hang on.
And
There's whoopee cushions, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you just get different sized whoopee cushions, sit on them at different speeds. You pretty much got the full catalogue of farts.
Well, I've also went along and verified everything you guys have said, and both of Oliver's stories are true. Of course, they could still be made up due to history, but I've got a lot of articles here, and they're both true. There was a war genuinely just started by general fighting, which is impressive, I must say.
That is cool.
However, the Tekken, I did find the proper video eventually, and that is gnarly. It still had no sound. Roland the Farter, absolute madman, making his living with a verified, of course.
Mad lad.
With 2 every now and then shows, and he would just do all of those things simultaneously: a jump, a whistle, and a fart.
He was probably like the Steph Curry of his generation. Like they were like, how's this guy pulling up from 30 feet? How's this guy jumping, whistling, and farting? It's like we've never seen this kind of physicality, this set of skills before.
Hyper elite genetics.
Yeah, they're just like, whoa, fuck, man. This dude's like rewriting history.
And for number 3 here, the sort of poem on the fart is true. I've actually located the poem. I'm not going to read all of it, but it is quite lengthy. I mean, I'll read a little bit here. I would make, it's different language here. I would make of this fart a bolt or a shafty. That is just one of the lines I saw. And also to go back, a shart is technically a fart and a bit of shit exiting, and that is technically a fart. So give you that. However,
certified.
The overall winner of this episode, of this first official Mates and Takes episode, will be going to Oliver, just on the basis of your 2 true stories. One, a war, and one, a man who makes his money through fighting. But I will say the third round, 100% Liam takes off, because that is a lengthy piece of history.
Yeah, very strong number 1 from Liam. I feel like rather than a handshake, you should just pull my finger.
No, I won't. And that's actually for the people at home's safety.
I had one in the chamber as well, so that's a real shame.
If you'd done it earlier, I would have just ended the episode there and be like, "We've got our winner."
That would have been sick if I was like, and for number one, and I just stood up and farted directly into the mic.
That'll be $199 for new
Like
mic.
point blank, pants down.
Yeah, that would have been.
Would you have ever used this mic again? Like, honestly,
No, I
if I
would've.
had just fully farted into
I
it.
would have built you a new microphone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's like just pink eye. Patient zero pink eye right there. Anyway. Pull my finger.